back on Kejriwal. BJP claims Sukesh and Jain speak to Kejriwal from jail. BJP claims Kejriwal number saved as AK2 on Sukesh's phone. BJP demands Kejriwal call records. BJP demands that shift AAP Mantri Satyender Jain out of Tihar. AAP and Conman link, is there any? That's the big question. Listen in.
This particular amount was paid, and he was further asked to arrange 30 such people, a team of 30 people who are going to collect 500 crore worth of amount for the expansion of Aam Aadmi Party in southern India. And that was a job assignment given to Sukesh Chandrasekhar. As per this letter, through a tweet, he has been called Mahathug. Now from Mahathug is like a real criminal person who engages in extortion racket. Now somebody is extorting money out of an extortionist. There can be no bigger thug and no bigger extortionist than the Chief Minister himself, as represented by this letter. This letter is stating that if I am an extortionist, who are you? Because you are extorting money out of me. That's what the letter is saying. The letter is saying that if 50 crore has been extorted out of Sukesh Chandrasekhar, then who's a greater extortionist? The one who's extorting 50 crore and is further assigning a task of collecting 500 crore worth of money by collecting 30 more people for the expansion of the party in southern India. What needs to be seen in this case is that as per the debates, when the constitution was getting framed in the parliament way back between 47 and 1950, in the debate it was mentioned and it was debated as to what needs to be done in case the ministers and other office bearers are found to be engaged in corruption and such things. And giving that quotation, High Court passed an order, and I would request all of you to search that order. High Court passed an order in the past which nobody seems to talk about, and I think it's time to go back to that order of the High Court, where High Court said that this is left to the moral and ethical value system of the Chief Minister and the Aam Aadmi Party, that a person who is found to be guilty of corruption continues to remain a minister. What can be worse that a person who is found guilty is continuing to remain in the position of a minister? In this case, it becomes further important that a person who is in charge of jails, under whose jurisdiction jails are functioning, is housed in the same jail. There is a principle in law that no one can be a judge in one's own case. Applying that principle to this particular case, a person who is in charge of jails continues to be in the same jail which works under his jurisdiction. And the bad thing is that the officers who are found guilty in this particular case have been transferred or suspended, but this person, who is the jail minister, continues to remain in the same jail, so he will further exercise and misuse his powers to put pressure on other officers and misuse the facilities of the jail. So I demand that this person be either removed as the jail minister, or he be transferred out of this jail from Delhi and he be transferred out to any other jail other than the Tihar jail, because he will continue to misuse his power and continue to extort money, because there is an extortion racket which is operating out of Tihar itself, and none less than the minister himself seems to be engaged in it, and Chief Minister is also found to be engaged in it as per this letter. As per this letter, Sukesh has spoken to Arvind Kejriwal as the Chief Minister and has also said as AK2, the number of Arvind Kejriwal is stored in the phone book of Satyender Jain, and if AK2 is recorded and there is an extortion racket and money racket operating out of Tihar jail, a strict action needs to be taken. So my request to the government of Delhi, to the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi, to the judiciary, that this person, if Aam Aadmi Party and the Chief Minister of Delhi, Arvind Kejriwal, is going to be so brazen, so loud and so immoral that they continue to keep this person as a minister in spite of charges being framed, in spite of being housed inside the jail, and they continue to keep him as a minister. In those circumstances, it is these people who need to take a call and transfer Satyender Jain out of Tihar jail and keep him in another state so that justice can take its normal process can be followed. Otherwise, he will continue to misuse his office. And that office of being a jail minister and continue to remain in the same jail where he's the officer in charge or executive in charge of the jail.
Aam Aadmi Party is now asking as to why BJP is leaving into the allegations of Conman Sukesh Chandrasekhar. Also, very soon he is going to join BJP. This is what the Aam Aadmi Party is.
He is not joining BJP. I can give it to you in writing. The fact is, this person was made a member of Aam Aadmi Party, and he is specifically claiming that the Chief Minister, Kejriwal, along with Satyender Jain, joined his dinner at a farmhouse in Asola, and he has paid the money. So the onus of proof is on them who have received the money. And why I will believe? Because I know this is the kind of thuggy they are doing with Delhi. There is not one scam. They are repeated scams, so I have every reason to believe this is how the expansion is happening. I have every reason to believe this letter for the simple reason that whether it's excise policy or 2 lakh fake construction workers which have been found, they are engaged in scams one after the other. Why should I not believe this? And other thing, how is it that Satyender Jain continues to be the minister of jails and continue to remain in jail? Is that not proof enough? That is a proof. I have every reason to believe this because they are engaging in unethical, immoral behavior.
While people of Delhi NCR are gasping for fresh air and there are serious allegations that have been labelled by Sukesh Chandrasekhar, Arvind Kejriwal is still on a political tourism. He's campaigning in Gujarat, and there he has just said that मैं झूठे वादे नहीं करता, मैं ये नहीं बोलूँगा.
All right, latest coming in right there as far as the AAP versus BJP is concerned, and whether or not there is a Conman link out there or not of the Aam Aadmi Party. The jury is still out on that one. We'll continue to get you more reactions as we go along the way, but BJP's scathing attack coming in right there. Rahul Gautam is now joining us. Rahul, what's going on? This link of Sukesh and Arvind Kejriwal, has that been proved or not proved?
Well, it is yet to be proved by the official authorities, but we have to understand that the BJP is now increasing the heat against Satyender Jain and Aam Aadmi Party after the 2 letters allegedly written by Mr. Sukesh Chandrasekhar came to the fore. We have to really understand that Meenakshi Lekhi has been trying to create this narrative ever since these letters came to the fore, that how Aam Aadmi Party is actually shielding Satyender Jain, who has been accused of extorting money from Sukesh Chandrasekhar. In fact, she also demanded that Mr. Satyender Jain must also be transferred from the national capital somewhere outside Delhi, given the fact that he is still a member of the cabinet. Therefore, he is exercising his powers and is in fact also extorting at this point of time. She also demanded at the same time that call details of Mr. Arvind Kejriwal and Mr. Satyender Jain must be probed to establish a clear link that these two were actually talking and discussing money matters. So we can expect that that the BJP is going to continue to attack Aam Aadmi Party over this issue, and is certainly going to gather more steam in coming days.
All right, leave it at that. Thanks so much for joining us with those very latest details right there, Rahul. Rahul has continued to be with us right there. So at the moment, it is not proven. But if you could tell our viewers about the letter that Sukesh Chandrasekhar has also written to the LG about this.
He alleged that 50 crore rupees were asked, by Satyender Jain from him as to, gain certain undue favors while he was the prison minister in the national capital. In fact, he said that this was, termed as a protection money, that was asked from him. In fact, in the other letter, he said that Mr. Kejriwal has asked him to get around 50-60 people so that he can garner around 500 crore rupees for the expansion of Aam Aadmi Party all across the country. Now, these two letters have become now cannon fodder for the BJP, which is obviously using this as an apt opportunity to attack Aam Aadmi Party, given the fact that Sukesh Chandrasekhar, we all know, is lodged in jail for extorting money from various people, for duping money from various people, and therefore this has given ample amount of ground to attack Aam Aadmi Party. Also, I must tell our viewers that you can expect that now Aam Aadmi Party is also going to come up with its own rebuttal, because earlier also Aam Aadmi Party made it very clear that this is nothing but an attempt to malign and tarnish the image of Aam Aadmi Party. In fact, they said that these letters are fake. And in fact, this has been happening at the very behest of the BJP, just to malign the image of Satyender Jain and Aam Aadmi Party. So therefore, you can expect that this is going to set a stage for confrontation between the two parties.
All right, leave it at that. Thanks so much for joining us with the details right there.